This is what happens when a sociopath meets a narcissist, and it's terrifying. Within the complex world of psychology, certain personality types have an almost hypnotic effect on us, pulling us in with a strange mix of intrigue and unease. Among these, two of the most notorious stand out: the sociopath and the narcissist. These are individuals we instinctively try to avoid, yet their behaviors are so compellingly destructive that we can't help but want to understand them better. Both conditions fall under the umbrella of severe personality disorders, making interactions with them particularly challenging. But what if these two crossed paths? Would they clash, manipulate each other, or form a toxic alliance? The mere thought sparks curiosity. Before diving into that possibility, let's first take a closer look at who they are and what makes them tick. The sociopath, charming but calculated. Sociopaths, often diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, are master manipulators who navigate life with cold, strategic precision. They exude charm and confidence, effortlessly drawing people in. But beneath this polished exterior lies a complete disregard for morality and social norms. These individuals are not merely inconsiderate. They actively violate the rights and emotions of others, using deception and exploitation as their primary tools to get ahead. Unlike those who occasionally tell white lies for convenience, sociopaths are pathological liars, spinning falsehoods with ease, not just to cover their tracks, but as a means of control and self-preservation. Their actions are impulsive, often reckless, and they operate without fear of consequences, which is why many engage in criminal activities. Some defining traits of a sociopath include chronic dishonesty. Lying is second nature, often done without guilt or hesitation. Impulsive decision-making. They act on instinct, rarely pausing to consider long-term repercussions. Aggressive tendencies. Whether verbal or physical, they can be quick to anger and prone to violent outbursts. Lack of remorse. They neither feel guilt nor take responsibility for their harmful actions. Inability to form deep relationships. Emotional bonds are shallow at best, as they view people as tools rather than individuals with feelings. Because of these tendencies, sociopaths tend to live chaotic lives, frequently engaging in deception, fraud, and manipulation to maintain control over their surroundings. The narcissist, obsessed with admiration. On the other hand, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is defined by an inflated sense of self-worth and an unrelenting hunger for admiration. Narcissists are deeply self-absorbed, believing they are superior to others and deserving of constant recognition. Unlike sociopaths, who seek power and dominance, narcissists crave validation to uphold their fragile self-image. They fantasize about status, success, and admiration, constructing a grandiose identity that demands attention. However, beneath this confident exterior lies deep insecurity, one that makes them hypersensitive to criticism. Any challenge to their superiority can send them into denial, rage, or even depression due to their inability to regulate emotions effectively. One of the most distinct aspects of narcissistic personality disorder is its variability in expression. Overt, grandiose narcissists, outgoing, attention-seeking, and obviously self-important. They dominate conversations and demand recognition. Covert, vulnerable narcissists, more reserved and indirect, they manipulate through false humility, victimhood, or subtle guilt-tripping to gain admiration. Regardless of how their behavior manifests, all narcissists share a lack of genuine empathy, a deep need for admiration, and a strong tendency to manipulate others to maintain their self-image. Key differences. What separates the sociopath from the narcissist? At a glance, both sociopaths and narcissists appear similar. They are manipulative, deceitful, and emotionally detached. However, two critical distinctions set them apart. Their core motivations. Narcissists manipulate to gain admiration and reinforce their superiority, while sociopaths manipulate purely for power, control, and personal gain without seeking validation. Their social strategies. Narcissists want to be worshipped and adored, whereas sociopaths see people as pawns to be used and discarded at will. With these differences in mind, the idea of a sociopath and a narcissist crossing paths becomes even more intriguing. Would one outmaneuver the other, or would their toxic traits fuel an endless cycle of manipulation? That's a question worth exploring further. Narcissists and sociopaths both thrive on manipulation, but their motivations differ significantly. A narcissist's primary goal is to be admired and validated, constantly seeking praise to reinforce their grandiose self-image. Their manipulative tactics are carefully orchestrated to maintain an illusion of superiority and control over others. In contrast, sociopaths are impulsive, thrill-seeking individuals who operate without a long-term vision. They are driven by immediate gratification, engaging in reckless behaviors without concern for the consequences. Unlike narcissists, who craft a calculated persona to gain admiration, sociopaths manipulate purely for amusement or personal gain, unbothered by the need for approval. One major distinction lies in how they approach social relationships. Narcissists crave an audience, thriving on attention and admiration. They actively seek social connections, often using charm and feigned empathy to maintain their carefully constructed image. Even if their concern for others is insincere, they understand the value of appearing likable. Sociopaths, however, feel no such obligation. They see relationships as transactional, using people only when it benefits them. Unlike narcissists, who rely on external validation, sociopaths couldn't care less about winning people over unless it serves their agenda. If hurting someone brings them pleasure or an advantage, they won't hesitate. When a sociopath and a narcissist collide, picture two master manipulators locked in a battle of wits, each trying to outplay the other. When a narcissist and a sociopath cross paths, their initial reaction is likely one of mutual fascination. The sociopath may see the narcissist as a useful tool, someone whose influence or charm could aid in their schemes. Meanwhile, the narcissist might be drawn to the sociopath's confidence, mistaking their cunning nature for admiration. On the surface, it might seem like an ideal partnership, but beneath the illusion lies an intense power struggle. Since both personalities are controlling and dominant, conflict is inevitable. The sociopath, viewing life as a strategic game, will see the narcissist as a challenge to manipulate and dominate. The narcissist, obsessed with superiority, will feel threatened by the sociopath's unpredictable nature. This dynamic creates an environment of constant suspicion, paranoia, and subtle hostility, as neither can fully trust the other. While both are skilled at deception, the sociopath's ability to detach emotionally gives them a distinct advantage. Over time, their relationship is likely to spiral into a toxic cycle of manipulation, betrayal, and resentment. The sociopath, being more emotionally detached, would likely exploit the narcissist's fragile ego, using flattery to gain their trust while simultaneously undermining their confidence. The narcissist, desperate for admiration, might not realize they are being played until it's too late. When the sociopath grows bored or no longer finds the narcissist useful, they won't hesitate to strike where it hurts most, attacking their self-worth with brutal honesty. With a few well-placed words, the sociopath could easily send the narcissist into an emotional tailspin, leaving them desperate for reassurance and validation. Final thoughts. Understanding the interaction between sociopaths and narcissists offers insight into some of the darker aspects of human behavior. Their dynamic is a battle of manipulation, where one thrives on control while the other craves admiration. In the end, the sociopath's cold detachment often gives them the upper hand, while the narcissist, despite their bravado, remains deeply vulnerable to emotional devastation. What are your thoughts on this intriguing power struggle? Have you ever encountered a sociopath or a narcissist in your own life? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring more about psychological disorders, check out our video on psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, and dark empaths. Who's more dangerous? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into human psychology. Thanks for watching.